in this section we are going to see the concept of structure as well as the pointer. So we have seen array in our last session. Arrays allows us to define the type of variables that can hold the several data items of the same kind. Yes, because that was the definition, that array is nothing but collection of similar data types. That means we can say that the arrays allows us to define the type of variables which holds the several data items, but that should be of same kind. Similarly, structure is another user-defined data type which allows to combine the data items of different kinds. We can have the collection of data items that can be of the various types. That means we can use integer, we can use character. As array was needed in array, the data items should be of same types, but in structure it can be the combination of various kinds of data items. So structures are used to represent a particular record. Means we can take the example of suppose library, that we want to keep the track of the books that are present in library. So we have to consider the attributes. Right? We have to consider the attributes of each and every book. So if we are going to consider the attributes of each and every book so that we can keep the track, then we have to think about the title, then who is the author, then the subject, the book ID, all that we have to consider. So for that purpose, we can use the structure. So to define the structure, we must have to use the statement that is called as struct. We are using the statement which is called as struct. So when we are defining the structure, we have to use the struct statement. The struct statement defines the new data type with more than one number. The format of the structure statement is given over here, that is struct tag, then the member definitions are there, and one or more structure variables are there. So the structure tag is optional, and each member definition is a normal variable definition such as integer or float or any other valid variable definition. So at the end of structure's definition, the final semicolon is specifying that one or more structure variables that are somehow the optional one. So now as we have taken the example of book, so we will say that struct book. Okay. Then character title, character author, character subject, integer book ID and book. So suppose we can say that we will say like struct and book. Okay. Then here the opening bracket, then the character, title, there we are taking the total number, then the character, that says the author, so it will be again 5. And now we are talking about book ID, that can be integer. So it is integer book ID, we are closing it, and then we are saying that book, that is your structure. So see, here we are defining the character, here we are containing the integer. That is the main flavor of structure, that it is combination of various data items so that we can use the attributes and then we can define the structure. So this is all about structure. Now in our next lecture we will see what is pointer. Thank you.